Part 2.
Now, okay, when I saw that you was on the show, before I even knew like who was the queens or whatever, I just assumed that I knew who he was gonna go for. But my question is, did you know who you were going for off rip, or you just kind of built like the relationship amongst everybody that was there and then figured out who you had the most vibes with?
I didn't know who the women were going to be until I walked out for the first time on the show. That's the first time I saw the women. I did not know. As a matter of fact, I take that back. I knew who they were 2 minutes before I was about to do my performance on the show. Because one of the guys, the way it was designed was you don't know who the women are until you go out there. So some of the guys did go out there blind. But one of the guys who went before me, when he came backstage, the producers, they messed up because they shouldn't have brought him back with us. They should have put him in a separate room. Okay. But he told me who the hell it was, and I was like, thank you. Okay, let me get my mind together. And then I went out there. But still, you're still seeing these people for the first time while you're on stage. And I did a talent show. I was on part of the talent show portion. So imagine you didn't got your shit together. You've been practicing for the past 24 hours. Mm-hmm. And then you get up there and you seeing Idris and you seeing goddamn, Mom Moore, you seeing what all these dudes, and they're like, hey, Michelle. And you like, hi. So this is my flute this is my flute rendition. Right. And you're trying to win a date. So it was interesting, but I didn't know who I was gonna go for. I mean, to be honest, the way it worked was it was 5 guys introduced in this portion of the show and 3 women. So at the end of the talent show, 3 guys win a date and the women ask you out on a date. Mm-hmm. So I really couldn't control who asked me out. I was just like, well, it'd be nice to get a date. So, I got a date.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you who I thought you were going to go for. Well, first of all, who do you think I thought?
Probably K. Michelle.
Yes, how you know?
I just know. I just feel like you thought I'd be with K. Michelle. And K. Michelle.
All the reason is because of your personality. She's silly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, K is dope.
Like, okay, well, hey, get it how you live, Pip.
She and I, we had a conversation. It didn't make the show, but when that first time I was on the show, we sat down and had like a conversation at the bar. Mm-hmm. And she's a Delta, I'm an Alpha, and she went to FAMU. I went to Norfolk State University, so we play each other and stuff like that. So. And her son's an Alpha too. Mm-hmm. So her son's an Alpha. So we just kind of bonded off that. Yeah. We just kind of bonded off that and just talked. And she's really, really cool, and we had a great conversation. So, Kay's a very sweet person. She's a very sweet person,
That's what. Yeah, I just assumed, but I'm like, but you never know what.
I didn't feel no love. I didn't feel no love connection though from me and Kay. But once again, I also did not pursue Kay like that. Like It was just more of a conversation. Like when we first got there, we had kind of like a wine mixer. So you got the 3 ladies there, and the guys go around and try to like basically get 5 or 10 minutes, kind of feel like speed dating a little bit. Yeah. But you'll see a guy talking, and you're like, all right, let me give him a few minutes, and then you'll kind of go over and like, hey man, can I get some time? Or you'll sit down with him and say, I'm gonna just join y'all, whatever. And that was uncomfortable. I wasn't used to that. That was very uncomfortable with all these brother wives or brother husbands that we got going on here. It's a lot. So that was very foreign because in this show, reality's kind of flipped on top of his head in the sense of women outnumber men in real life. Right. But on this show, it's reversed. Mm-hmm. The men outnumber the women. And they go on a date with 5, 6 dudes and everything's good. I wonder what it would be like if it was a show where dudes was 3 guys, they going out with 5 or 6 women. I wonder if it would be like received the same way. That's interesting. But K. Michelle was super cool, but K. Michelle a tough cookie when it comes to her love. Yeah. And I ain't want no parts of that smoke.
yeah, she don't go hard. Like if it don't work, you gonna be a whole album.
I don't want no parts. And it's not that Kay's not a wonderful person because she really is. We got to hang out with her and get to know her personality a little bit more. But when somebody is guarded and have walls up, that's one thing. Kay got the Pentagon. She is in the Pentagon. And when it comes to her love, she has like the fairy tale thing that she tell you about where she's like a man should only have eyes for you and XYZ and all these things. And so, I think everybody's entitled to have the love that they want to have. But I can see she is somebody who's capable of love. She's sweet. But Kay, to let somebody in, whew, It's a lot of work, more work than I feel like, I could have done in the time frame that we had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you never know people's story. It is difficult when you've been through some stuff. So, when
Yeah.
you try to open that door again to love, and you done been screwed over a million times, it's just like, no, wait a minute, what we doing?
Right. Absolutely. But you know what? If we treated love the same way that we treated like a job that fired us, or like a dream that didn't go the right way, but we get back up and we do the dream again. We go back, or the hairdresser that fucked up our hair, but we go back and it's like, all right, cool. I'll give you another shot. I don't know. I just feel like we should kind of look at love and look at the other things that we give second and third chances to, and treat love, in the same fashion. You just get smarter about it,
Mm.
You just get smarter about it. But Kay, she is funny. She's definitely funny on the show, and man, she's just a sweet person. So I hope Kay, continues to open up.
And listen, I ride for Kay because I don't know all her business and nothing like that, but I understand a lot of the stuff that she's went through. I understand why she's the way she is from what she presents. Like I said, I don't know her, but
yeah. She was raised by her grandfather. She was raised by a strong man, so I can see why she wants that same type of, because the people that raise us is usually the people that we're attracted to, like the qualities or something. You know what I'm saying? So I would, she liked the rough hands man because that was her grandfather. So it makes sense of why she would want a man that reminds her of somebody she loves. And I think it's the same way with men.
Yeah.
If you with a mom that loved you and she was like sensitive to your, she had your back, you're not going to want to be with a woman who's opposite of that.
Right.
Because that's not what you're accustomed to. Some guys have moms that's mean and they don't understand why they like mean girls.
Good point. Yeah, then you wonder, like, why you date? Why all your men are assholes? Well, I was raised by one. So that's what I'm used to.
Right, exactly. I was raised by assholes. Yup, I was raised by assholes, uncle assholes. So to me, that's what I'm supposed to like. So yeah, it goes deep in terms of the people that raised us and what we are into in our adult life, for sure.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, let me ask you this: what was it about London that you actually was gravitated towards?
I thought she was very kind. She was very nice to me. She was very kind and nice. And so I like kind and nice women. I like it. It's very pleasant. Even if we're not even talking like that, like flirt, it's just like to be in conversation with somebody that's nice and kind. I liked how good of a mom she was, because she was always talking to her daughter. She has like a teenage daughter. She has two daughters. One is grown, but she's a teenage daughter. And, her daughter had cheer games. And during the show, she was making sure she was going to her daughter's cheer games and just being there for her. So I just thought that was really, really dope, man. I like how good of a mom she is.
Dope. That's dope. All right. Now, did you even look at Tracy as competition at all?
At first, no.
Okay.
At first, no. Not because he wasn't worthy of it, but just because I'm not the type of person that if I'm in a competition that I focus on others. I just usually focus on myself. I'm like, what's my recipe? What am I going to be? So, but when I found out Tracy was a little bit more sneaky than I thought, I was like, all right, game on. We're going to have to turn this up. When I found out Tracy had got some sugar from London, and it was like, yeah, somebody been kissing. I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Ain't nothing been on these. What's happening? Ain't nothing been on these lips.
I know I had better vibes, right?
Ain't nothing been on these lips. But when I first got to the date, the person that I felt was the biggest competition, that she was like really connected to and loved, and I couldn't figure out why, was Zach.
Okay.
I could not figure out. I was like, I think I even said it in a confessional. It didn't make the show, but I was like, they was like, how do you feel about, not winning the date? Because it was like we had to do like a graffiti sort of date or whatever. And whoever had the best, won. And I was like, I don't understand. I'm like, how she choose Jonah Hill over me? What is happening? She gonna pick Superbad?
Why are you like this?
What's up? I couldn't understand it. But when I got to know Zach has like a zany, quirky kind of personality that you'll either like love or you'll be like, it's not for me. And the people that love it, they love it. And Zach's a great dude. Once I got to know him, I'm like, okay, I see why, they like Zach. But I think Zach's quirkiness and all that, it started to run out after a certain part of the show where it was like, all right, now they want to go deeper with some things, and now you're getting pissed because like him and London was going at it. Yeah, I feel like they had turbulence in certain regards, and then same thing with Tracy. Tracy and London had turbulence. You know what I'm saying? And I think London said that I intimidated her by how, you know, I guess she thought I was like real strong or whatnot, but it was more so like, you don't know how people perceive you, but I was letting her know what you could be doing is misperceiving a protective vibe. Because I come from women, I was raised by women, so you have to be protective of your mom, your sister, and those sort of things. So yeah, Zach was my competition, Tracy was my competition, for the most part. Yeah.
Sometimes it depends on like just, I hate to say, but some women like passive men. And I'm like, I don't want nobody passive, but I mean, I don't want no rude guy either. Like, I want you to be a man's man, but at the same time, when I need you to be gentle with me.
Yeah, ease it in. I get it.
Yeah, shut your ass up. But but you know, like if you want to tell me something that like I really need to know, be gentle, beat around the bush a little bit, then get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Beat around the bush.
That's right. Don't just mow the lawn, nigga. Beat around that bush real quick.
Shit, yeah, that's true. That's true. Did you get a chance to watch any of the show?
I watched all of it. I binge watched it.
You did?
Season, yeah.
Okay. What did you think about Tracy and Zach's character? Did you like him? Did you not like him? Do you feel like they were impactful, not impactful? What did you give me your little rundown real quick?
Baby, I'm Team Zeus. I'm sorry. Like, regardless if I knew you or not, it's just their personalities were not giving.
Okay.
I'm like, and I'm sure they're wonderful people. I'm sure, you know, it's just
they won't give them.
Yeah, it's just like I need some energy in my life. Like, I mean, it's like Tracy seemed like he was cool, but he seemed like the type, if I was to even be interested in him or whatever the case may be, that I can run over him. And for me, that's not a good thing. Because
you felt like he was a pushover, like you felt like he was trying to impress London too much or something?
Not necessarily he was trying to, that might just be his personality. He's just a nice guy. And there's nothing wrong being a nice guy, but at the same time, it's like, I need you to be nice, but only to me, if that makes sense. It's like, because like, if you're nice to me like this, you're probably nice to everybody, but if I need you to swing on somebody, I don't think you're going to swing. Nah, bro.
See, it's funny you say that, right? I had a conversation with somebody. I was like, why do women only want you? Why do women meet you, right? And they love your personality. Right. And then now they want to put you in a bottle so that no one else can experience this wonderful personality other than them.
Yes, because you're mine.
Love. That is a narrative that we got to work on. Let
me tell you, I'm not saying don't be nice to the world. Don't like, you're always gonna be cordial and be nice. But when it comes to certain things, I feel like, what is the point of being in a relationship if I don't have any benefits? And what I mean by that is, if everybody benefits off of your love or whatever the case may be, then what's special to me? What about our situation is special?
Well, because right.
Huh?
So I think there's a line with that. I don't think like the same way, like if he say, "Hey baby, how you doing?" I don't think he should go around to a stranger and be like, "Hey baby, how you doing?" Exactly. So I can understand that. I think what I'm talking about is like when women like men who are influential and that people can depend on and that, you know, people look up to. So if you choose a man like that, you got to understand what comes with that man. That man is important. He has responsibilities. He's a mentor. He's a father. He's an uncle. He's a goddaddy. So it's a village. So it's like, if you're going to be a part of the village, understand that your place is to be beside and help run the village. So you are just as important. You know what I'm saying? I think some women will see a guy that's, I want a guy that's influential, but they want to take him from where you originally found him and put you on a deserted island with him and keep you all to myself. And girls go through that too. Sometimes you see women and they are social butterflies, right? Mm-hmm. You know, and they're like, oh, she knows everybody. She's influential. She's a mom, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, well, damn, you cooking for everybody. Like, it might cook for her family or something like that. She ain't just gonna only cook for you, nigga. So, you know, I think there's a line with that. I always say that, you know, if you love the Lord, right, and God is good, what makes you think you're gonna be able to take the Lord from everybody and put him in a bottle and say, Lord, just be good to me. I just want your Lord, just because this is mine. It's some selfish shit. But I'm just saying, it's some selfish shit. But to your narrative, I think you're talking about, hey, look, you can be nice to everybody, be yourself, but make sure, you know, that this love is tailored. This is a tailored suit.
That's to me, right.
Right. Absolutely, yeah. But women can feel very, you know, a lot of times y'all can feel jealous. And not even about other women. Sometimes it's just about attention, because as little girls, y'all are taught attention is currency. If you look at a little girl, like, she wants to entertain you. Hey, look, I can do a split, right? Then you fast forward a teenage girl. She's like, oh, look at my cheerleading. You fast forward to a college girl. Hey, look, I'm doing this in college. In my job, hey, look, I got a degree. I'm having a baby. Baby showers are, a lot of women have babies just because they're like, oh, well, I know the attention will be on me. I know a woman said she's been pregnant multiple times because of the way she gets treated when she's pregnant. She said when she's not pregnant, you know, it's whatever. But when she's pregnant, her man is rubbing her feet. People are bringing her food. People are asking how you doing. Can I take it? You're getting attention. And attention is currency to women. And men want attention too, but I'm just saying, as children, men aren't like, it's not in the same way that it is with women. You know, y'all are bred to be a mom. Y'all playing dolls. Y'all playing mommy, daddy. Hey, he's the husband doll. Y'all are playing marriage. We over here sword fighting with each other and shit, like sabers. We doing shit. So it's a little bit different, but I agree with you. If you have a man, he shouldn't be the same way that he is with you with other people. But sometimes women get mad at the things that they loved about you in the first place.
That's true. That's very
true. Look at this nigga making everybody laugh. Oh, you missed the funny man. Yeah, motherfucker.
Look at him now laugh.
Yeah, you get them my laughs. Don't give away my laughs. Right.
That's right. But yeah. I agree with you when it comes to, like, women do get jealous of certain stuff. But I'll say, if I put myself in a situation, I've never been a woman that's seeking the attention, but I have been the woman like, okay, I don't really necessarily want the attention, but if you give the attention to someone else, I was like, no, wait a minute, but why did you give it to her?
Right,
you know
right.
Not necessarily. Yeah. I don't come in like everybody look at me because I don't really care about that shit. But if I'm sitting there chilling and then another person walk in and then all of a sudden everybody gravitates to this next person, I'm just like, well, what is that about? Because I've been chilling.
Yeah. Right. Yep. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely.
So that's why I was like, nigga, if we've been chilling, having a good vibe, and then this next bitch come in and all of a sudden now you all in her face, that's a problem.
Right. Yeah.
My face was fine 5 minutes ago. Why it ain't fine no more?
Yeah. I mean, some women and some people, some men, I say some men too. Some people want a person who's important or influential, but can't handle what comes with them.
Yeah.
Type of thing. You know, like if you got an attractive woman, niggas are gonna try to holler.
Yeah.
You know, that's why some dudes, like, I'd be like, look, make sure you can handle the person you with. Same thing with women. Is like, if your man is important, he's influential, you know, you can't get with him and say, oh, that's gonna change now.
Right.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Let me ask you this though, because there, I feel like there are men that set the precedence. Like I have most of my good guy friends, either they're married or they're in a serious relationship, and I only have one good guy friend that I can say he has shown me that he can make you feel protected when it comes to that, if that makes sense. Like he's cool to everybody, he makes everybody laugh or whatever the case may be, but he makes his woman feel so secure she don't have to worry about whatever she was gonna worry about. If she was gonna even have an itch of jealousy, she can't, because she know he got her.
Right. Yeah.
It's not many men that's doing that. They just they be like, you know.
Well, the interesting thing about it is, you know, that's a two-way street. You know what I'm saying? It's up for the man to do his part to make his woman feel special, right? But it's also up to the woman to check her insecurities and do a deep dive on the root reason of those insecurities. You know, the branches don't matter, it's the roots. What is this deriving from? You know, because you shouldn't have to, your man's insecurities, you can only do but so much to fix that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell a man, hey, babe, you the best man ever. Hey, everybody, this is my man. But if he's insecure within himself, same thing with women. It's not really the responsibility of the other person to check that for you, but they can definitely do things to reassure you that everything's good and I got you. So I agree with that. You know, reassure your person, let them know, hey, you're part of my world, squirrel. But also too, it puts more pressure on you as the person. If you Michelle C and you making everybody laugh and you got your man, you got to make him feel secure. That's a lot of work in the space you in. You're like, God damn, y'all making me work too much. I got 2 jobs here. Like, what's happening? So it's a double-edged sword.
You mean a customer, nigga? Like the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, I feel you. Of course, the obvious question is gonna be, I'm gonna post this later. The obvious question is, are you and London still together? Ooh, and it was getting good, wasn't it? Well, listen, you can get the answer to that question. All you gotta do is follow me on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok at the only Michelle C, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Cause see, that's where the answer gonna be. The whole video is gonna be over there in that subscription. Go ahead and subscribe. It ain't that much. It's a little chump change. Go and get, empty out the change at your pocket. Go ahead and subscribe so you can get the tea. But now back to our regular schedule program. We are moving on. Okay. Oh, and how before we get on to the segments, how was your overall experience in the Queen's Court? Like, did you enjoy the experience? Do you think you created like long-lasting friendships throughout the whole thing?
Man, I didn't think that I was gonna do well on the show. I really didn't, because I didn't know what to expect. I was very scared about my privacy being exposed, and I felt like reality shows was gonna like just do some grimy shit and have me looking like a asshole. And it didn't happen. I just said it didn't happen. Like the Kings on the show, the other guys, man, and I was the second youngest on the show, so everybody older than me, including the Queens. Man, by the time I left, I came off nervous. So that's why some people was like, yo, Zeus, when you started the show, you were kind of like real low key. You wasn't really like talking a lot. You know, you had your moments, but then a certain episode hit and you just see my personality all through the thing.
Right.
At the end, the cast members, I was favorites. I was some people's favorite, like one of the favorites, you know what I'm saying? From the cast member, like the actual production team, because they got to spend a lot of time with us. So, you know, I always kind of had them laughing. Once I warmed up, like right. Once we moved into the house, before the show, we in hotel rooms at the end of the night, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Mm-hmm. But so we all had our kind of time apart. But when we moved in the house, the core guys, we down there in the basement all together with like one bathroom. Oh, wow. Yeah, like we all coming from grown men. We ain't college students, grown men. And his niggas in here snoring, his niggas doing all kinds of shit. I'm just like, what the hell? And then we got to wake up tomorrow ready to max some women. Right. So, on the show, I think I did really, really well, man, at building lifelong relationships. Like when I say I'm talking to the Kings and guys like damn near, some of them I talk to like 3-4 times a day. Oh, that's dope. I've gone on trips, with some of the guys, you know what I'm saying? So we've actually, and some of the Queens, you know what I'm saying? Like we've kicked it. So I think I'm still learning how powerful my personality is in a positive way. And, and how it affects people, how people perceive me. And I really like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, it's good energy and I'm just being myself. So I think I did a good job of just making lasting long impression. People fucks with me, and I appreciate that, So yeah, I think I was liked, not by everybody, probably. No, they ain't everybody. Everybody can't agree on Jesus. So I don't expect them to all agree on Zeus. But yeah, I think I was well received for sure. I ain't gonna never forget when you start talking about that man's date. He's talking about not this nigga that bought the heart with the lady off the Titanic. I said, this nigga Zeus here. I said, wait a minute. They cut so much shit that I really said that I said. I wish they'd have left more of that shit in. I was like, what the hell is going on here? A harp? I was like, I don't even know where you buy a harp. Walmart ain't got harps. And I'm just like, where you get this lady, this white woman? Because he gonna clown. Because David arranged that date. Like, so some of the dates, the producers will help put together, right? And then if you really want to do something special for your queen, because they were open to what ideas that we had, right? Because we were supposed to set up a date. And David not only comes with, the swan, this swan playing blue, doo, 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 doo. And I'm like, what's she playing up there? Jodeci? I ain't know what it was, but it looked pimping. It was by the water. It was pimping. And then this nigga goes into the WWF and gets the Undertaker with a box of pigeons and opens the damn doves up, and the doves fly, and they spell out Lisa Ray and they put her Twitter name, and then they fly off to the house. And I was
Instagram
like,
in the sky, nigga.
the doves then goddamn formed a heart and put David and I was like, nigga, what Amazon? Where did you get this? It was just next level pimping. I was just like, boy, I am glad I am not Booker.
I'm telling you.
I was like, because David is not bullshitting.
Trying to tell you.
No. I thought this nigga was gonna come in with an elephant like Prince Ababa, Prince Abubu, from Aladdin. I ain't know, but it was impressive.
It was. I would have been impressed. I'm like, listen.
And look, I'm making it worse. Look, Booker right beside me. I'm making this shit worse. I'm just like,
fight you.
I'm like, nigga, do you see this shit? I'm like, Booker, nigga, well,
we were like, nigga, I see it. Shut up.
Nigga, I see this shit. Shut up, nigga, damn.
I got eyes.
But Booker had a nice day too. He had a boat, like a private Uber boat that pulled up on the side. Yeah. They got in that motherfucker, had a driver, and went on the lake.
But he ain't had no heart though. He had no heart though.
He ain't had no heart. But I'm pretty sure the nigga played Spotify or something. I'm like, say nigga.
Right.
Either way.
Either way, they did what
either way. Unless you had a nigga with a violin in the goddamn boat, that could have been. But it was definitely big grandioso,
absolutely
type of thing. And now I feel bad for guys who got girls that watch that, because now they gon' where the harp at, nigga?
Listen,
where the harp?
Man, come on now. You better bring a kazoo or something, goddamn. You better do something.
Nigga, you better get a triangle and get to work.
We gotta move on. All right, name one of your favorite entrepreneurs and why.
I like a lot of entrepreneurs actually. I think my favorite probably might be Gary V.
Okay.
I like Gary V because he cusses and he just says how he feels, and his story of him like working in his dad's wine shop like every day, building it for years, and before he got into the tech space, before he got into all that, like, and he's just kind of like, look, stop fucking worrying about what people think, get into your shit, get into your head. I just like his aggressiveness and how relatable he is. But if I could have an honorable mention, it's this guy, a black guy with tattoos all over his face and dreads. His name is Derek Grace. And Derek Grace is a black guy who talks about gun safety. So basically he's an entrepreneur, and he teaches like how to buy gold and the how valuable that is. He talks about gun safety because he has children, and his children are teenagers, but he's been teaching them gun safety since they were a kid. And so when you see, people were kind of jarred when they saw these black kids doing gun shooting, but it's like white kids have been doing that for years, going hunting and things like that. So he talks about that. He talks about just entrepreneurship and being yourself and kind of like financial freedom. And he looks like, a thug you would see on the street, but he's so well-spoken, right? Very mannerly that it's just the outside. It's the don't judge a book by its cover sort of thing. And he's created board games, like for his family. He created a financial literacy board game that you can buy and teach your family. Yeah. He's into robotics, so he has his own robots. He even put himself in a video game where people can, the guy is he's amazing. So you should check him out, Derek Grace.
But that's dope. I like the fact that you're naming people that most people may not have heard of or whatever, putting them on game. Because, normally when I ask that question, people say, oh, Kevin Hart, Tyler Perry, which are phenomenal people. But right. At least, there's some other entrepreneurs that's doing some dope shit in the game too.
Yeah, dope shit, man. And, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. It's very difficult, but somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. It's one of those lifelong journeys that you just kind of commit yourself to, things like that. But yeah, shout out to Tyler Perry, shout out to Kevin Hart. their movement has been so public, you know, of watching them rise. But and shout out to Will Packer. Will Packer is the producer of Queen's Court. So shout out to Will.
Kandid Kisses TV is brought to you by Kissable Lips Cosmetics. You can be kissed without kissable lips. Shop KissableLipsCosmetics.com today for all your beauty needs.
Well, what are some words of wisdom you would give any upcoming entertainer entrepreneur?
Don't eat yellow snow.
This nigga here.
I'm just you know, upcoming entrepreneurs, I would say, get a job that you can do and that won't get in the way of you. And once you get out of your job, like, you know, go do your dream.
That's right.
Keep that going for a while, so that you give your dream time to grow. So if you're starving, right, you got to have some food in the fridge so that the food that you're planting has time to grow. Because if you needed to harvest before you starve to death, you might starve to death before your dream comes to fruition. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as cracked up as people think it is. But if you find what your niche is, you got to find what you love to do. Because this shit'll make you quit. It'll make you quit. If you don't love some aspect of it, it'll make you quit. Like, I love talking to people. I love having conversations. I love comedy. I love content. So that's what I love to do. Does it always bear the type of money that you wanted to bear at the time? No. You got social media platforms who are suppressing views, who are making it more difficult for creators and entrepreneurs to make money on it. You know, it's difficult, but can it be done? Yeah. So you got to love what you do. Educate yourself about your craft. YouTube University. Take time and educate yourself, because what you don't know will cost you.
Listen, my brother even said, I made him a shirt because he's because I have a little shirt company too. But he said he wanted a shirt that says ignorance is expensive. And that is so true. So
yeah, ignorance is very expensive. I'm in a space now where I'm really, really self-educating. I'm starting my Patreon. Because I have so many different shows and content that I want my followers to be able to watch, support, and enjoy. Because a lot of people really want to subscribe to the people that they like to watch the most. So if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're a content creator, give people more of yourself. Like I'm now doing more lives because I'm seeing people like them. And I'm like, okay, well, if I want there to be a demand for me, or demand for Michelle C, we have to provide a service.
Right.
And that service could be whether it's entertaining, whether we're educating people on something. You got to have a service where people need you. And then they'll say, oh, I'll go subscribe to Michelle C because she does this show that I really, really like, and I want to support her. So I'll pay $5 a month, or I'll pay $10 a month, and, you know, whatever. So that's the space I'm getting in, because I don't like watering down my content because I'm afraid that it's going to be flagged on a platform that I'm not even really getting that much compensation for anyway. I'd rather be able to give my followers, my, you know, whatever fans, whatever you want to call them, I'd rather give them real, original, raw, uncut content.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to do that. And these social media platforms, you know, they're great to get the word out, but I just use those as like bait to bring people into where you really want them, which is you want them to pull up to Michelle's subscription service.
Right.
You know, where monthly
commercials, basically.
Yeah. And so, you know, you want to have more than one show, or some people just have one show that they do that people really, really love. So for me, I'm exploring what that looks like, because I'm tired of doing the same things in the same way that I've been doing it. I think it's time to evolve. Yeah. I don't get so excited anymore when things go viral, because sometimes things go viral and it's great, but nothing happens for you opportunity-wise.
That part.
You know, but it's great that you're getting your art out to so many people, though. But, you know, I do scripted content, you know, mostly. I'm now doing more like unscripted stuff, but the scripted content, I got to pay my camera guy. I got to pay my audio people. You know, I'm editing it, but if it's a full season, I might need to hire an editor and, you know, to help me while I produce it.
Right.
So you need money for those things. So, I realized that I haven't been putting myself out enough.
Yeah.
To where if people wanted to support me, I'm not even building it. So if you build it, they will come. So sometimes that's why the last advice I would give them, I say, listen, just start pushing your car. Don't have an idea and wait for somebody to come help you with it, because most of the time people only help you push your car if they see you already going up the hill with it by yourself.
Facts.
That's when people help. They don't help when you sitting around waiting.
Exactly.
So get the pushing.
That's right. You better say it.
That's what she said.
All right. We are moving on to our fun segments. Our first one is Kiss or Diss. This is where I'm naming celebrity crushes. You deciding who you kiss and who you dissing.
Oh, don't make me be mean to people. Oh, no.
Oh, too bad.
Oh, too bad.
All right. We got Regina Hall or Taraji P. Henson. Who you kissing, who you dissing?
That's not fair. They both are pretty. That is some bullshit.
Well, you just got to pick one.
Who? Tell me names again. Taraji and who else?
Taraji P. Henson or Regina Hall.
Man, they're both so pretty. I'll do Regina.
Okay.
I'll do Regina.
Next one, Kelly Rowland or Carrie Hilson. Who you kissing, who you dissing?
Why you keep picking nice people? Why don't you pick?
I didn't say they gotta be ugly. I just said who
You didn't, but you right. You did not say that. I assumed. Okay. Damn. I like Carrie Hilson in that Christmas movie. That was real good. She did
My
good.
My homeboy executive produced that.
Oh, that's dope. Shout out to him. I like that movie. But Kelly Rowland, that nice little chocolate brown thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna go with Kelly Rowland.
All right. Last one, we're gonna do TV theme. Shirley from What's Happening or Nell Carter from Give Me a Break. Who you kissing, who you dissing?
Boy, you just showed your age. Boy, I tell you. This
First of all, don't come for me. Because you know who it is, so you done showed your age too.
I have. I don't think I was watching brand new episodes when it came out, but I think I may have caught like the tail end.
I was watching brand new either, nigga. I was watching reruns. Say you talking about?
I ain't say you was. I just said I won't. Shirley for What's Happening had that nice little throw. Mm-hmm. And I think she knew how to throw it back. She didn't have enough butt. And who you said, Nell Carter?
Uh-huh.
Who is Nell Carter? Who's Nell Carter? That was Thea?
No. Thea had her own show. It was called Thea.
Right. You're right.
Nell Carter from Give Me a Break.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Probably Shirley from What's Happening.
All right.
Probably Shirley from What's Happening. That's wild, though. Like, that's wild. You're like, who you fucking with? Like, Morgan Freeman, or are you fucking with, like, what we talking about? Okay.
I like that. Don't do me in these streets.
I like that. It's okay. I like that.
All right, we moving on to DAQ. These dumbass questions I want answers to.
Okay.
What was the worst job you've ever had?
Shit. I worked at a prison.
Oh, damn.
I worked at a prison for a day and a half. I went as a counselor, right? And the first day was cool, but when you go into a prison, that was a real prison. Like, it ain't like no facility. You gotta leave your phone. You can't have it on you. And then when you go in the prison yard, and I was a counselor, so once you got on that prison yard, they lock the gates behind you, nigga. If it's a riot, it is what it is. So I was like, man, I don't know. So anyway, I was cool. I went into the actual where the guys was at, because I had to inspect every, like, grown man. Let me see your nails. Let me see your facial hair. You got to cut that down. I was a counselor. I wasn't a guard. Okay. But counselors had to do that type of thing. So anyway, when I saw what made me quit, and I didn't quit on the spot. I quit real clever, because I'm a clever quitter. My supervisor was like young. Mm-hmm. He was young. But when I looked at his picture, actually, no. My supervisor looked old. He had gray hair, like gray hair or whatever. And I was like, okay. I looked at his picture, the badge. Yeah. It looked youthful as a motherfucker. And I was like, how long you been working here? I'm thinking like 10 years. Like, 2 years, year and a half. I was like, you mean this picture right here, your hair is black. You've been working here for 2 years and all I see, all that gray?
Oh, he had the Obama effect.
So he was like, "Hey, let's go to lunch with the crew." So we went to lunch across the street at like a Walmart, it was like a Walmart or something. And they like ate inside the store. They was like, "Yeah, this is what we do every day. You know, this is our spot. So we'll go to work and we'll come here so you can be a part of our routine." I said, "Okay, great." I said, "Well, finish my food." I was like, "All right, well, I'll see y'all back at the job. You know, cool." I went home. I ain't even go back. I was like, I'm not about to be doing this. Is not about to be my life. I ain't doing it. And then two, when I was in there with the guys, when I went in there with the actual inmates, I saw one of the niggas shotgunning to one of the female security guards.
Oh wow!
You know what shotgunning is?
With the smoke, right?
Nah.
What you talking about?
He was shotgunning to one of the female security guards.
I heard that one before.
Yeah,
I thought
so
they blow the weed smoke in the shotgun.
They'll be in the bathroom. And you know, they'll have like a metal little mirror or whatever, and then they'll be able to look in the thing, and you know, my man getting his rocks off or whatever. You know? Yeah, with shotgunning. So I was like, yeah, I'm straight. I got to go. And I knew some niggas in there from my neighborhood. It was like, "You from Norville?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from Norville." Because you know, I'm coming in there like, "Hey, niggas ain't right. None of that bullshit." You know, but then I was like, I ain't trying to come in here and be on edge with these niggas every goddamn day. I'm gonna stress myself out. So that was the worst job I ever had.
I can see. Hell, you know, you was clever quitting. I got one better. I quit because I couldn't find a parking space. So shit, I didn't give a damn.
He's like, you know what? This is a sign from God. This is a sign.
That's exactly what it was. I was like, I ain't supposed to be here. All right. So, all right. If you could crip walk on anyone in your past that you know personally with no consequences, who would it be?
The nigga that owe me money. It's a content creator that owe me money. I bailed this nigga out of jail when we first started doing content creation together. Like we weren't best friends. We were the only people in this area that was doing content. So, you know, we gravitated to each other. Somebody connected us. So we were working. And the nigga was living on couches and, you know, just, you know, he ain't had no bread. He didn't want to get a job. Right. But we was working, you know. So anyway, and I was learning from him, you know, from the internet type of shit anyway. So he had my hard drive one day and he got arrested. This was Christmas Eve. And I needed my hard drive for my shit. And I was like, "Yo, where? I get a call, you in jail." He like, "Yeah." And it was like $1,000 to get this nigga a lawyer. And I was like, so I was like, "Bruh, you got my hard drive," and the police wouldn't give it to me because they was like, "We don't know if it's yours." I'm like, "It has my name on it, Top Rope Zeus on the motherfucker." So the dude begged me to help him get out of jail because his girl didn't live there and he ain't had no friends or family. I was like, all right. I called my frat brother who's a lawyer. I said, "Hey man, I need you to help get this nigga out of jail." He said, "Zeus, I need $1,000. I said, "I'll call you back." And his girl and another dude put up half the money and I put up the remaining. Actually, they didn't even put up half. They put up kind of half. Okay. And I put up the remaining money from my commercials that I was doing. And the nigga ain't never paid me back. And so when he got out of jail, he was like, man, come on. I even visit him in jail. And I don't visit people in jail. Right. I went, he's like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna get a job at Walmart. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna pay you back." And then once he got out of jail, he left the state and went up to DC or whatever and didn't pay me back. But karma's a bitch because I saw him in LA at a Russell Simmons event when I was getting ready to move out to LA for BET weekend. And I had my line brothers there with me. He saw me, was like excited. "Hey, Zeus, what's up, man?" Give me a hug and shit. And the first thing I did, mind you, I ain't seen this nigga in about a year or two now. He ain't been answering my calls, he ain't called me back, nothing. He ain't do what he said he was gonna do. Right. He was like, "Yeah, Zeus, what's up, man? How you doing?" We all sitting in the theater row waiting for the show to start. I stand up and I'm like, "You got my money?" I ain't kiki, I ain't do none of that. "You got my money?" Because I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. You're not about to play in my face. Bro, I'm not your girl. I'm not your woman. I'm not your best friend. I did not have to give you that bread. So if you thinking that you going to take advantage of a kind-hearted nigga like myself or kind-hearted man like myself, trying to stop saying nigga, kind-hearted man like myself, you got another thing coming. I had 8 niggas with me and they all was looking. Once I said that, they all looked like, "Oh, what's up, Zeus? We ready? What's up?" Right. It could have been bad for him that night. But one, I didn't want to scare the white people at the event. Can't scare white people. 2, we was at a Russell Simmons event. I didn't want the reputation of "don't work with Zeus" because he, you know, I didn't want that reputation. So I was like,
wrong place, wrong time.
Right. He was like, yo, bro, how long you in town? I'm gonna get you your money. No problem, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's shucking and jiving and shit. And you know, I catch up with the nigga the next day again. And he like trying to introduce me to people. He's trying to make me forget. Like he's like, hey man.
I ain't forgot, bro.
Yeah, because we was at Tyrese's house, like in front of Tyrese's house, trying to get in. And he was with this big creator at the time, a guy named Spoken Reasons.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
There you go. He was with Spoken Reasons. And so, you know, he's like, Spoken Reasons, this is Zeus, you know, the guy I was telling you about. I showed you his stuff. He's a great writer. And Spoken Reasons was like, yeah, I saw your stuff. You were a good writer. And I was like, appreciate it. And, you know, he was cool. But at the time, I felt like Spoken Reasons was kind of, he's like, look at this nigga trying to be humble and shit. And I'm just thinking to myself,
yeah, he got one of them stories too. Because, you know, I think he done fucked over Emmanuel Hudson and the Hudson brothers. So, yeah.
It's funny you say that. When I first auditioned for Wildin' Out, Emmanuel Hudson, we were in the same audition. The same audition. Me, him, Chico, and Carlos Miller. Yeah. So we were all in the same audition for Wildin' Out. When I met Emmanuel, I was like, hey, bro, I just saw your article in Ebony about, you know, you and Spoken Reasons. And then he was like, yeah, man, but that dude did me dirty. And I was like, what happened? He told me what happened years before Spoken Reasons and him went on Wildin' Out and handled their shit.
Right.
Like, so I knew Spoken Reasons was kind of like a grimy nigga when it came to business. That's what it looked like. And so I didn't give a fuck that he was trying to introduce me to this grimy nigga. I want my bread, bro.
Exactly.
So I will crip walk. I will Cupid shuffle at this nigga's funeral in sweatpants and Crocs. Because you don't do people like that. Nah, man, you don't do people like that. Now I've let it go because an OG pulled me to the side and say, Zeus, you gotta let it go. And I was like, why? Why I gotta let it go? Right. He said, because the money that he owes you, that's how much he paid. That's how much you paid to get him out of your life. Like, you don't have to deal with that person no more. They already know what it is. They can't come and kiki and be, you know, so I'm like, and then later on, I found out in LA from talking to some of our other creative friends that we know. I ain't gonna call no names. I don't want to put them in it, but they was like, oh yeah, he did the same thing to me. He owed me money too. Or like, yeah, he did some foul shit. I was like, oh, okay, so it won't just me. So there you go.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm cripping. I'm Cupid shuffling. I'm going to electric slide.
On that ass. Okay.
Oh, not on that. No Diddy, but yeah.
All right. What's one embarrassing moment from your childhood that you're willing to share?
I had titties. How you just like that? Cause I had gynecomastia, right? Which is a long way of saying men who have like a little bit of breast tissue in their chest that, you know, it happens from birth and you have to have surgery to kind of like take it out. Okay. And at the time, it just looked like I had titties. And my sister, God rest her soul, was the my first bully. And she used to joke me every time I take my shirt off. She's like, you know, she's like, Booby got supple nipples. And I was like, supple nipples? First of all, I'm like a child.
Why your nickname was Booby though?
Yeah, Booby. Yeah, Booby. Yeah.
There's only one other good friend of mine that's one of my good friends since forever. His nickname was Booby. And I was like, black folks don't never name you close to your nickname. Because his name is Rodney. Where the fuck Booby come from?
Right. Yeah. I'm the Booby in my immediate family. You know, my sisters and my mom, they call me Booby. I got a cousin that's Booby in my family. He's the Booby of the family, but my mom, they only call me.
Yours had a reference. Yours had a real reference.
I did. And so she used to be like, I used to wrestle in middle school and the singlets, you know, they got your chest. So now I'm like, I'm insecure now. She has created an insecurity of me. Like, she was like, yeah, your nipples look like dinner plates.
Oh, God.
She was like, your nipples look like doorbells.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm a kid. So I had to learn how to joke and roast and do that very early on. Right. So yeah, like I had, and then once I started working out crazy, now I look like I'm something, but I still got, so I had to get the surgery in like high school, like 11th grade. So 12th grade, I'm like, oh, nigga, I ain't got no titties no more. Oh yeah, where the hoes at? I was excited. So yeah, I had titties.
Oh, Jesus. All right. If you could create a lame superhero, what would their name be? And what would be their lame superpower?
Third leg man. And his power is he can make you do whatever he wants with his third leg.
Okay. I ain't even gonna ask no questions. Self-explanatory.
There you go.
All right.
Third leg man. Dun, 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 dun.
Name 3 items you would purchase to make a cashier feel uncomfortable.
Baby oil, a Bad Boy album, and some Xanax, some horse tranquilizer.
All right. We are moving right along to GMG. That stands for What Grinds My Gangster. Name one of your pet peeves.
Pet peeves. What's my pet peeve? I really hate the man-hating narrative. I hate that, man. Like, I hate when like, women don't like men and they just want to spread that to everybody else. I don't like that. It's just ugly energy. I don't like, what grinds my gears when people are rude to people. I do not like unmanly things. Like, so if a woman comes in and she's very aggressive and rude, I don't like that. If a dude come in and I don't like that. I don't like that at all, because it feels like you trying to bully me or you trying to bully somebody else. And it's like, I'm not to be bullied.
Right.
I'm not to be bullied at all. We ain't doing none of that. So I don't like ugly energy or when people try to like make you feel bad because you don't have money or you don't have, like, you're not the thinnest or you're not the tallest or whatever. You know, I laugh and joke. And where I come from, we roast people as a way of like, that's what makes us close. Like, we only joke with you if we feel comfortable to joke with you. But that's our way of saying, hey, we feel comfortable enough to kind of fuck around with you. That's how we do. But a lot of people I've learned they don't come from that. So people are, even grown people, when you start to joke them, they get like, I don't know how to do that. Like, they get like nervous type of thing. And I'm like, I'm not a bully. If I see that you are taking it the wrong way and you're not liking it, I'll kind of like, hey man, I'll just fuck around with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't never want nobody to feel like that. But yeah, I don't like rude shit. I don't.
No, I feel you. I had I call acquaintance like that. Like, you know, like you said, there's a comfortability about the situation. I can roast and joan with the best of them, but I only do that to people that I actually have that rapport with.
Yeah.
Because everybody got feelings. I don't want to come out swinging and say, I don't like this. You lip big, but like, you don't do that. But if it's your homegirl, you know you can do that because you know what line not to cross.
Right. Yeah.
I had an acquaintance that I didn't realize her whole family came from, like, we roast you instantly, and then we decide if we comfortable with you or not. But like, if you don't know me from Adam, if you go in too hard, I'm not knowing that that's your way of showing your love. Now I'm on defense. Now I'm getting ready to roast the fuck out your ass.
Well, yeah. I mean, I give it to people how they give it to me. Like, I'm a mirror. So if I'm somewhere and, you know, sometimes people, they'll think because you're in their environment that they can kind of like have their way with you. And I'm like, oh no, you got another thing. Come on, shorty. Because the more intelligent you are, and you know how comedy is, the more intelligent you are, the more you can get very witty.
Yeah.
And I'm witty. So it's like, whatever you give me, I might take your joke and remix it and throw it back to you because I'm good on my feet like that.
Right.
So we can do whatever you want, mama. But my thing is, don't tell me I hit too hard. Don't punch me in the butt. I will say this. I don't do shit like some people do. When people can't roast, they go for the jugular. They try to hurt you. Roasting is not trying to hurt you, but some people like, that's why your mama did. It's like, that is not a good roast, sir and ma'am. That's not a good. That's why you got alopecia. That is mean. That is not what it is. You know what I'm saying? But if you can joke with them like about things that they necessarily, you know, talk about a wig not being, you know, maybe the glue showing a little bit, whatever the case may be. I don't know, but I try to gauge to see if they're sensitive. Like, I can sense when somebody's like, I'm not going to say anything about that because they could be very sensitive about that. So I'm only going to say something about that if they are trying me and they leave me no choice. And even then, Michelle, I'm still like, I'm probably going to walk away and just be like, you know what? You got it. You got it. Because I don't get pleasure in hurting people's feelings.
Man, you feel me? Because there's been situations where I'm like, if I say what I want to say, they're going to want to fight me. So let me sit this one out because I'm going in.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But if I see that you are if I see you don't like me, or it's a reason you don't like me, because sometimes you be around other comedians or actors or whatever, and you ain't did nothing to them, and they don't like you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. But I'm like, most of the time people fuck with me. Most of the time people, I'm a pretty likable person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like if you don't like me, that's cool. I'm just not your cup of tea. And some people instantly, I know I don't like them, and I can get along with people I don't like. But some people instantly, I'm like, I don't fuck with that. Like guys who are really like catty, or they really like who want to fight women. Like I don't deal well with guys who want to like intimidate women. I don't like stuff like that, because then that brings out the protector in me, and now now I need to step in type of thing, you know. But you got to be careful with that, because you can't, as much as you want to step in and help women, sometimes they'll have you in a situation where you go in, step in, you get hurt, and then they go home with that dude and everything good again.
Exactly. Like sometimes it's best to just like, all right, y'all got it.
Yup.
Well, we are moving on to one of our fan favorites, which is Opera That Thing Out. That's where you pick any song that you know at least one verse to, and you sing it in your best opera voice. It could be a rap song, a nursery rhyme, whatever you got.
How do you do opera?
What you mean, how?
I'm sorry, I haven't bought a lot of opera albums. Excuse me. Jay-Z hasn't dropped that much. I mean,
you ain't singing in your opera voice. Oh, like that.
Oh, like, oh.
Yep.
Damn. A song that I know that I can sing the opera to. Damn. Okay. Girl, lay it on me. I put no one above thee. Oh, take me to your ecstasy.
Come on now.
I can smell your perfume. Step into my bedroom. Let me love you. It seems like you're ready.
It's the hands for me. It's the hands that make the opera go here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, something like that. Hey, that's fun. I like that. That's cool.
All right. Last but not least, we are playing our Sing-a-Doo. And the Sing-a-Doo is a family-friendly game that me and my homeboy DJ All-Star created over the quarantine. It's just a music game. You have to sing the melody of the song, but you can only use the word do. We have different genres. We got hip-hop, R&B, greatest hits, pop Billboard hits, country rock, old school TV themes, and party dances. So I'm going to sing a couple. I'm going to let you guess, and then I'm going to hold the card up to the camera. You pick a song, and then I'm going to try to guess.
Okay.
I'm going to do some R&B because that's all I'm good at. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Do 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 do.
Never too much, never too.
There we go.
My love.
All right.
All my love. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, it's another R&B. Oh shit, I forgot this one. Hold on. Okay. Do 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 do.
You got to hold on, hold on to your love. You got to hold on.
All right, let me find out you to do Queen. Okay.
Talk to me.
I don't know if you're gonna know this one. You might. Okay, this is hip hop.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. Yeah, Cypress Hill, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna hold up the card to the camera. Once you pick a song, let me know, and then I'm gonna try to guess. Let me know if I need to move it.
Let me see. Wow. Okay. Hold on one second less. Damn, I gotta figure it. I don't know if I know. You say what?
If you don't know any of these, I can do another card.
Yeah, do one more card for me. Okay. All right.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right.
Doom. Do.
Smile in your face every time you check that one.
There you go. That's good.
All right. Ready?
All right.
R&B, hip hop. What's the genre?
R&B, R&B,
Okay.
R&B, do 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 do
Oh,
do do
uh,
do do
it's
do
bartender.
do. There you go,
Okay.
bartender. Yo, I was trying. I
You
was
said I was like, okay, wait a minute now. All right,
trying.
last one.
Put it close to the camera. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Let's see. Do 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 do
You're
do
still
do
got
do.
freak ass.
There you go.
Okay, that's what I'm talking
That was
about.
good.
Well, that's how you play Sing-a-Doo. If anybody's interested, you can get it at singadoo.com.
Oh, that's fly, man. That was fun. Yeah.
Appreciate you. You know, it's right around the holidays time. Go ahead and put it in your stocking stuffer.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's get to you again. Let everybody know how they can find you. If you got some merch coming up, you got some new shows, you got new content, whatever you got going on, now's the time.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, guys, make sure you go to topropezeus.com and get you some Live Your Dreams, Not Your Reality merch. Live Your Dreams is basically a mantra that we use. It's for people who are on a mission, people who are on a goal. It's not enough to have a dream. You got to wear the dream. You know what I'm saying? So, go to Top Rope Zeus, become a part of the movement. And make sure you tag me at Top Rope Zeus on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and take a photo of the merch, and I'm going to post you on my platform. All right, I'm going to show you some love. Make sure you go check out Hump Day Romance. I have my series Hypothetically that I'll be shooting some new ones on. I go live, so make sure you check out my podcast, Live Your Dreams, Not Your Reality. And make sure you check out Queen's Court Season 2 on Peacock and Bravo. Support your boy.
Now, are you on TikTok?
I am on TikTok. Yeah, I have like over 100,000 followers on TikTok. So TikTok, everything is at Top Rope Zeus. Everything, all my social medias, you can find me at Top Rope Zeus. I also do a very funny series with my comedian friend, Miss Pretty Ricky, and we play a couple on FaceTime, and it's called If Couples Were Like Best Friends. And that's one that's been doing really, really well. So check out some of my content. See what you like. Leave comments and let me know you're present. And make sure you support Michelle C because she's amazing. She's funny. She's doing great things. And I appreciate you having me on the platform for sure.
Appreciate you. Now, normally I don't even go this long, but when you're talking to fam, you got to run over a little bit.
Right. Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
So, that's been another episode of Kandid Kisses TV. Make sure you tune in every Monday, Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all streaming platforms, social media, whether YouTube, Spotify, all the things. So, if it's down at the bottom, figure it out and go ahead and do it.
What Sing-a-Doo?
Hey, what's Sing-a-Doo? Hey, yo.
What's Sing-a-Doo?
What's Sing-a-Doo?
Hey, cuz.
What's Sing-a-Doo, cuz? Sing-a-Doo is a music game that all can play. All you have to do is sing the melody of the song on the card using only the word do.
Do. Same genre. Do.
What?
Do. 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 Do.
Kick off my shoes and relax my feet. Get ticket.
Do, do, do.
And we go.
Do, do. Do, do, do.
We'll make you.
Do, 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 do. Do, do, do.
You got your family and they need you there. But I try to resist being last on your list. But no other girl's gonna do.
Order your copy today at singadoo.com.